Tyrant Terminator! Yo, what's good, TTA fam? Back at y'all with another one. Man, today we doing the follow-up. Doing the follow-up on the code red that was called on us a few months back. If you guys can remember, when we went to the, well, we thought we was at the administration office. This is the actual location. But the first location we was at was a school, which we didn't know, all the bootlickers. But this is the actual location, so yeah, they called a code red on us. They just, they haven't gotten back to us in terms of our FOIA we filled out with Heather Bennett that day. Matter of fact, you guys check out the original video right here. Check this clip out real quick.
One of the teachers just called for real free. The school's going on lockdown.
9422 10-4. They can release it. Okay.
The school was on lockdown?
Can you tell them, because this is a social teacher in a classroom?
Sorry. 10-4. I'll do that.
So real quick, officers, your body cam on?
Yes, my body
Okay,
cam
and did I just hear that right, that the school has been placed on lockdown?
Yes.
Wow, I think that's...
said that they couldn't identify you as a parent and you didn't look familiar, so they were...
So yeah, that was to the original video when they called the code red. And then after that, we came over here and met with Heather Bennett. She took down our information, our FOIA, our complaint we filed that day, but she hasn't returned any calls and got back to us. So we just want to be able to see, like we always do, what's the findings to the complaint, and what's the results of the FOIA request? Where's the FOIA request? Where's the materials that we requested? We requested a lot of stuff that day. When is it warranted to call a code red? Any other cordial type of encounters we would like to know about the code red that was called, because we was all cordial that day, right? We was asking normal questions. We was asking, a lot of questions, a lot of relevant questions, but they called a code red. So we just trying to see if, has that happened? Has that happened any other time? And, she said she would get the materials to it, but she hasn't. So we're going to go in here and see if we can get a further dialogue with Mrs. Bennett and go from there. Y'all
so sorry, the camera's not working.
Oh, it's not working.
I see you in the camera.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't answer it.
That's okay. Just coming in to try to speak with Mrs. Heather Bennett.
If you can have a seat, and I will see if she's here. I don't think
Oh,
she's here.
okay, for sure. So that lady says she's going to see if Mrs. Heather Bennett is here. We'll go from there. Y'all stay tuned.
Okay, yeah, her office is empty, so she's not here right now.
Well, someone else that could possibly help me, another supervisor or somebody with some higher authority, because I had put in for some FOIA requests, and it has went over the time limit. So we're talking about state laws being violated. Just want to be able to afford this department the opportunity to rectify that, because no one has contacted me. So maybe even, is Heather Bennett the FOIA officer?
She's the one that you would need to speak to. I can find out where, and if she's coming back or what time. I can.
Yeah, maybe that'd be great.
Research.
Yeah. And then let them know that I'm just here to pick up like the FOIA request that I had submitted with her that day. It's been a couple of months. James. Yes. She'll know precisely who I am. Okay. And I filed a complaint too, so I would, yeah.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Go make some. Cool.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so that young lady says she's gonna try to help us out. Miss Bennett's not here, so we just want to see whenever she'll be back or someone else can help. But we'll see. Y'all stay tuned.
I just got in contact with her. She should be here shortly.
Shortly. Okay, great.
Would you like some coffee?
I probably shouldn't. Yeah, but I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. What's your name?
Water?
I definitely take some water for sure.
Take a water. Okay.
And your name?
Sylvia.
I think we met the first time. I was, okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All righty. Okay, so they was able to locate Mrs. Bennett. The young lady Sylvia said she's on her way. So That's great. Guys, stay tuned. Let's see. Mrs. Bennett, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. If you want to go get settled, or I can wait. Are you sure?
Came from another meeting.
Oh, okay. Okay. Basically, I was just coming in, like I was telling Sylvia. I was trying to come in because I haven't heard back from the FOIAs we filled out that day and the complaints. I haven't received any type of correspondence or anything from anyone.
I emailed you the result or the response to the FOIA.
Never received it.
Okay.
Never
I can
received.
have it printed for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great for
I'll be
sure.
back in a few.
Oh, okay. So, Miss Bennett said she emailed us. Like I said, I never received it. I always like to give them extended amount of time just in case it takes them a while to get everything. But we'll see. Look everything over, and then we'll go from there. Y'all stay tuned. Alrighty. Oh, okay. So this is the entire. Okay.
You want me to go through what's in these?
You know what? That's what I was going to actually say. So I was going to just go over everything real quick, just to make sure all the requested materials are in here, and then we could go from there. So I mean, you didn't have to sit, because it might be a while. You're a busy woman. You might got
Oh, I
things.
didn't know if you wanted me to go through it
Yeah,
with
no.
you or not.
Well, like I said, I'll just proofread it, go through everything, make sure everything's okay, and then if I have some questions, we can have a further dialogue.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it, Heather. Thanks
I'll
a
be
lot.
back in a few.
All righty. Okay, so we'll go over these requested materials. I don't want to hold her up. She didn't have to sit here. Appreciate her wanting to. So she's trying to be helpful, but that's good. We'll just go over everything, make sure everything's up to par, and go from there. You guys stay tuned. Can I call you Heather? I'm not sure. I just wanted to make sure. So, okay, real quick. So this first page here, where it says, okay, so the shelter part, and the initiating user is the person who's obviously calling for these.
Through the system. They're the ones that initiated those.
Okay, and the same thing for the person that says ended, where it says closing.
Correct.
Okay, cool. And these are the dates that allegedly it occurred, to the right here.
Yeah, so the start date.
Start dates, right? Okay.
Time and the end date and time.
Okay, so I see two of them say, first two say shelter, evacuation, lockdown, secure, and hold. Now, I did read the different definitions of what secure mean, what's evacuation mean, lockdown, holds. Now, so if we go to these pages right quick, because obviously this is the day in question for me when I was there, right?
Yeah.
Now, my first question is going to be, I see that it says Monday, December 11th, but on this one, so I was thinking maybe it's another one, but it's a different date. It's the 12th. So it's saying the same things like.
This was to the parents the day after.
So this was sent to the parents.
Yes.
Okay. And by Sarah. So who is she?
She's our communications coordinator.
But she wasn't there that day.
No.
Okay. So who conducted the investigation with this situation?
An investigation?
Yeah, because obviously it had to be investigated, right? In order for you guys to like I said, if she wasn't there, how could she make these? You get what I'm saying? How did she come up with these findings?
Yeah, so she spoke with all who were involved in, when the incident was called.
Okay.
It would have been me. It could have been Dr. Rolwing that you spoke with that day.
The superintendent?
Our assistant superintendent.
Yeah, assistant superintendent. Okay, I remember him. Okay.
So I don't recall who exactly she would have spoken to. Probably me.
Right.
That day
But it will
together.
be considered an investigation, though, for sure. I mean, that's what I don't know what else we call it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
to explore what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I called it an investigation.
Okay, well, yeah. But, okay, so my thing, so she says the incident occurred yesterday at the Early Education Center where an individual was seen recording at the entrance of the building. The school was placed into a secure status until staff learned of the purpose of the visit. Officers were called to confirm the visitor's purpose. The visitor told staff and officers that he thought the school was the district office and stated he was attempting to file a Freedom of Information Act request. The safety of our students is our highest priority. We are not concerned about this individual's presence as it relates to the safety at this time, but take any incident that causes staff concern seriously. Now, I agree with the safety of all kids in schools, to be perfectly honest with you. However, that day when I went there, obviously it's a sign out there that says administration offices. And we have talked to me and you have talked about this. Even after that, even the police confirmed it as well that you guys moved here. Well, we didn't know. So there was no way for Google to tell us or anything, right? So common mistake, honest mistake rather. So, but my thing was when we encountered the first young lady at the door there, we told her precisely why we were there. It was a cordial encounter with nothing. There was no heightened situation. There was no reason for her to feel any type of way. And the cops were still called even after she said that she was going to help me get the materials and things that I needed. So I felt like she was disingenuous, for lack of a better word, saying that she would help, but her whole intentions was to lock the school down and call the police.
Yeah, we
So
talked about this last time we
that
met.
right. So what I'm saying is, this kind of doesn't sound like the same thing. I'm bringing that up to say.
After the fact, when we knew what actually was happening.
Oh, so you guys are saying you guys didn't actually know what happened until this was typed up.
No, I mean, in this situation, as we talked about the first time we met,
Right.
it appeared as though you were trying to record inside of the school with your phone camera. We know now that that was not the case. You were recording the signage that was on the front door, but from inside,
For sure.
it looked like you were trying to record.
So
that's
you-
what the concern was.
That's what the concern was. So did you know? In fact, see, not we're going to go away from what was probably told to you over the phone or how many people but you actually seen the video, right? Mm-hmm. So have you seen the video? You see that even when we come encounter with that young lady, even if she says we think he's trying to record, I told her precisely why it was there. Mm-hmm. So how could you have these type of thoughts even while I'm telling you why I'm there? I'm telling you why I'm there.
She wasn't familiar with FOIA.
She wasn't familiar.
No, I mean, they're not familiar with anybody coming to buildings on a regular basis asking to file a FOIA
Right.
at a school building.
Right.
She thought somebody was recording through the door where young children were, and she
Right.
responded accordingly.
Accordingly.
So,
Okay.
And this was the follow-up.
And okay, this was the follow-up. Okay, so this was now this was kind of saying the same thing. This page here.
Yes, to the staff.
So this is to the staff.
Yes, from the principal of the building.
The principal. And which was that young lady, the first lady we come encounter
No,
with?
she was the assistant principal.
Okay, so the principal wasn't there that day.
Not at that time.
Not at that
the
time.
building.
Okay. So say we wanted to take a moment to explain the occurrence this morning. This morning, an unfamiliar person was noticed outside the building. Out of precaution, while we worked with the district staff and to assist a person outside with his request, we did request for local police to come to the school and put the building into secure. Okay, secure means bring everyone indoors, lock all outside doors. This should already be occurring each day. Increase situational awareness, account for students and adults, do business as usual. Secure is called when there is a threat or a hazard outside the building. So you do concur that, with this, a secure is called.
The definition.
That's the definition. Mm-hmm. It's called when there is a threat or a hazard outside the building. So which one was I? With all due respect, was I the threat or a hazard? Or was I both?
Those are examples of things that could be happening that would put us into a secure.
Right, but
they were unfamiliar. We've talked about this many times.
I understand, but we haven't talked about the findings. This is my first time seeing this, respectfully. So, and this is the reason why I requested this, because I wanted to see what warranted a lockdown that day. And then again, even though we talked about that as far as that day too as well, Ms. Bennett, that you tried to tell me that it wasn't a lockdown and it was a secure. Mm-hmm. But we heard when the police came out that they did say lockdown. So we need to figure out how is that? It's two different entities saying two different things. How do we?
I can't control what the police were saying.
The police is only saying what's been conveyed to them. So the only people
through how many people? They received the message from the school. It goes through dispatch. How it got to the responding officers, I'm not really sure.
That's correct. So what I'm saying is, like you said, I guess all the thing we can do is speculate on why the police said that it was a lockdown. Obviously someone at the school said lock it down. And by way of, even if they didn't say secure, I want to know what was the threat and the hazard that day. My thing is, does everybody get labeled a threat if they just walk on those grounds?
No.
So why was I?
Somebody that appears to be recording the front doors of our preschool. That's what was concerning to the people on site.
That's what, okay, that's what I'm saying. I understand that part, but not if I seen somebody just recording, like I'm gonna put myself in you guys' shoes. I always like to do that. If I'm working at the school and I'm looking out my window, oh my God, what is this guy or young lady doing? She's just recording through windows. That's going to concern me, right? So I'm going to, sir, ma'am, what are you doing? And the moment they tell me what they're there for, why would I continue to want to infringe on this person's right or even call the police on this person? And he's telling me, or she, what he or she is doing. Why would I do that? That's unprofessional. You wouldn't agree? I mean, I don't expect you to real quick to be perfect because it's like.
I'm familiar with FOIA. I work with this all the time. She was not. So I would know how to respond right away. So
those two young men that I did meet with that day, they were, like you said, there was assistant superintendent and what was the other guys?
They're both assistant.
Okay, both of them were. So they actually helped me. So I guess they were familiar, right? Mm-hmm. But even still, they called, I think to be perfectly honest, one of them said call the police, even after learning why I was there.
It was before he arrived that he gave her that guidance. So,
well, on the video, he kind of admitted that he said do it anyway. He was like, yeah, call the police, even learning that I needed a FOIA. That's the thing that was messing with me a little bit.
The recording was what was concerning.
If I'm walking around like and not engaging in you guys, hey sir, and I'm turning my back, I'm trying to be I'm avoiding you and evasive. Mm-hmm. Of course, I would call the cops too. It's just a school. Yeah. But if I actually had a dialogue with you and I learned why you were there, I wouldn't do that. Would you?
I wouldn't because I'm familiar with what you were asking for.
Okay. But the young lady wasn't.
She wasn't.
And she's not the one who called the police. The superintendents was. The people who are
she
no,
from the building.
Yeah, but from their direction.
Mm-hmm. They weren't there to know exactly what was going on. So we're always going to operate out of an abundance of caution at our schools when students are present.
Mm. Okay. So and do you have my original FOIA request or no? Like the one that I gave you to make a copy? Because I don't think it's in here. You didn't.
Yeah, I think I put in here exactly what you were requesting on this page. These are the items that you requested.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Just don't have the one that I wrote up. Okay. Okay, and then let me see real quick. I think it's on this page right here. So for these ones right here, there's lockdown, this evacuation for these other people. There's you guys couldn't give me the reasons why. Like, why were they called? Why were these lockdowns called for these people?
I don't think you requested that. We'd have to research that.
Okay.
It's not like a reason that's within this report.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, so I just file another FOIA because I'm trying to see, has it ever been a situation where someone else wasn't familiar with the person, someone came in and asked for general information and was a lockdown cause? Because like I said, that day, the last time I spoke to you, is going to be considered indifferent if not. And then what about the results and findings of our complaint? I filed a complaint with you that day too as well. Mm-hmm. So what was the findings?
I shared it with our Board of Education.
You shared my complaint with them?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't know the findings of it though? Like, how, you know what I mean? Well, the results of their investigation obviously as well. They have to investigate.
They didn't investigate. We worked through that whole process.
They didn't investigate?
No, that's not their role. We provided them with information. It's administration's role to work through situations, complaints, and questions that are asked from the public.
How you doing, sir? How you doing? All right. Okay, so who can I contact to the administration? Who's the head, or is it you? Because it seemed like you're the head of everything, like you're the FOIA officer, you're the superintendent. Respectfully, though.
No, deputy superintendent for me, but we're the superintendent who's in charge of the entire district.
And what's his or her name?
Dr. Mendoza, Don Mendoza.
Don Mendoza. Do you have a contact for her? Okay, for sure. Don Mendoza. So my thing is, GTA family is, as you can tell, they say it wasn't a lockdown that day. It was something called a secure. So as you can see, the memo that went out, you guys might have to pause this so you can see. But right there it says a secure is called when there's a threat or hazard outside the building. Now, like I just told her, granted, if I can understand, like if I went there that day just filming inside of windows and no purpose, someone asked me, hey, sir, what are you doing? I'm trying to be evasive. I'm avoiding them, hiding behind cars, stuff like that. But I'm telling them precisely what I'm doing. And again, I'm going to link the original video in the description so you guys can go back and see and try to make y'all, just try to figure it out, because I think that that's indifferent at this point, And like I said, we're going to fill out another FOIA too, because they have a list. And we requested this list of all other lockdowns that were called at that location right there. There's the dates and everything. And we'll go from there. Yesterday. Don Mendoza. Okay. And is this a young lady or a man? Man, okay. I just don't want to misgender anyone. So, I'll give him a call just to see if we can have a further dialogue about this, because I do appreciate you getting back in terms of the FOIA, but I do still have some questions that's obviously unanswered that, you say we talked about it, but from how that word secure, the secure thing is, like I said, how can I be considered a threat? I think that's very, for lack of a better word, disgusting. If I'm considered a threat, and I'm there for official business. I don't think that's right. So, but we'll definitely fill out a FOIA right quick just to get these. Just, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it was 7. It was 2 shelters, 2 evacuations, 1 lockdown, 1 secure, and 1 hold. We want to see what were the reasons why they were called. Okay. For sure.
Can you get your sheet of paper?
Yeah, a FOIA request. Yeah, that'll work. Appreciate it. So, just want to see, like I said, I can understand totally, man, if it went another way, but nah. And then the superintendent is the one who sanctioned the lockdown, even after they found out why I was there. So, I can understand the first lady. She don't know about FOIA. Okay, she's not the one that called. The superintendent is the one who said call. So, it came from them even knowing. So we it's okay. That's why we do these follow-ups, so we can figure out everything, where everybody's state of mind is at, and their belief system, and their policies and stuff like that. So we'll see. Y'all stay tuned. And Ms. Bennett, this number right here where it says total participants, those numbers, are those the people that were present during these secures and lockdowns and things like that? Just try to confirm.
Small rating, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Total participants.
It's either a number of students. It might also include staff.
Staff. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll just jot this down real quick and we'll be good to go.
Okay. I'll be back with you.
All right, for sure. All right, so we'll try to get the reasons why those lockdowns were called. And we'll go from there. Over there. So, yeah, if I could just get a copy of the yellow, we'll be good to go.
Do you want an email too?
I actually wrote a number down, so once you guys get it, I'll just come back, because I always like to pick it up in person, for sure. All right. So, yeah, what's weird is I see the dates. I see that date right there where secure was called 12/11, and then the very next day a hold was called 12/12. And that was around the times we were there. I don't know. That's going to be interesting, though. I know we only went once, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. So, guys, stay tuned. All righty, Heather. And then, what's your contact number?
Oh,
yeah, if you can. Yeah, you can write it out. Yep. Appreciate it.
So I can give you my personal cell or my office number.
Yeah, your personal cell. The office, it should definitely be good.
I should know it by heart. Hold on, I gotta look at of it. If
Oh,
you look.
okay,
I
that's
use
cool.
myself.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we don't need her personal number, man. That's okay. I appreciate it though for her trying to be, she's definitely trying to be professional. I think she's kind of still being kind of careful too in terms of the wording and the language and the verbiage that's in our response right here, and that's to be expected. They got to play chess as well, so I don't expect anybody just to come out and say, yeah, you were treated indifferent, but that's what it's looking and leaning towards, though. We'll see. Guys, stay tuned. You know what, Heather, real quick, this might be here. Is this in here?
Oh, it is.
It's right on the front of the foyer. Wow.
Yeah, my business card too. Do you want me to staple Mr. Mendoza's on?
Yeah. And now that looked like is that his direct cell phone? Because
No, that's his office.
His office. Okay, cool.
So I think that number actually goes to his executive assistant.
Oh, okay. Now, he doesn't work out of this building, though,
He
right?
does.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, he
he's not
does?
here right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, for sure. Yep, Heather been 224-842-2015, and his is 224-842-2003. Okay. All right, Heather, I appreciate you. Thanks a lot for meeting with me.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. So like I said, TTA family from the top. TTA family from the top. Came back out here, man, to the Round Lake Welcome Center. As you guys can see, this is the administration office that was moved from the prior location where we was at when we encountered Round Lake police and everybody they called a lockdown. After that, we had met with Mrs. Heather Bennett to try to, fill out some FOIA requests about, specifics on how many times this location has been placed on lockdown, what warrants a lockdown, all of that. So she gave it to us. I proofread it, pointed out some very important things to her while I was here. I'm gonna go over and look over it again, and we'll go from there. But I want the wording. See, the wording is everything. Secure. She's first, and then that's another thing. They say they're calling it a secure. But that day, and like I said, if you guys go back and watch the original video, that day, you're gonna see where when the police came out, it was even confirmed over their radio that the school was placed on lockdown. You're gonna hear it for your own ears. So I don't know if they're, trying to minimize it by saying secure. Obviously, it's different levels. Secure does sound it sounds weaker, for a lack of a better word, than lockdown. Lockdown seems more severe, of course. So I'm not sure. But like I said, I know they playing chess as well. But even with the word secure, it says a secure is put in place when there's a threat. This is verbatim now. This is the Round Lake Schools District policy. A secure is put in place when a threat or something is hazard outside the building. So even if we go with that, like let's say it wasn't a lockdown, it was secure. Why was I a threat? Now I asked her that, and she was basically saying, well, they didn't know what FOIA was. They didn't know what FOIA was. They wasn't familiar, and they thought you were recording through Windows. Now, my thing, like I say always, man, if I was walking around that day filming into Windows or whatever like that without answering anyone's questions that worked there, I'll call them too. Because, man, who is this dude? He ain't giving us no information or anything. But the lady that we come encounter with, I guess she was like the principal at that time, and we told her precisely why we were there. Precisely why we were there. All she would have to do, and if she didn't know, is to contact some higher ups, which she actually did. Those two superintendent guys that walked up. She obviously told them what I needed. They came over, and the police were still called. So I'm not really, like I said, that's what I'm trying to tell Mrs. Heather. I know she's trying to be professional. We definitely appreciate her coming, sitting down with us, having a dialogue, talking, and trying to keep it cordial. I appreciate that. I really do. But of course, I expect for her to protect the people she's working with as well. Because come on, I'm asking her wholeheartedly, if I'm just there to file a FOIA, even if you don't know what FOIA is, even if you don't know what FOIA is, you can tell by my mannerisms and everything that was going on surrounding that day that it wasn't no call to call the police and lock the building down or secure, the word they use, because I'm a threat. I was a threat that day, obviously. But hey, this is the reason why we do the follow-ups, just to see people's state of mind, to see what they're thinking, everything like that. So we got this entire packet we're gonna go through. We're gonna overlook it. It's gonna be obviously gonna be some more follow-ups with this, because we're gonna have to contact Mr. what's his name, Don Mendoza, which he's the head superintendent of all schools out here, and his direct number, I think they say 224-842-2003. So we're gonna contact him as well and see if we can get a dialogue with him. But I appreciate everybody that's been locked in with TTA, man. I love you guys wholeheartedly. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscription button. You don't want to miss. Like I said, I got a lot of huge things coming up. This entire 2024 is gonna be huge. It's gonna be a movie for the TTA family. So you definitely want to lock in to become a member of the family, so we can get you shake, rattle, and rolling. We back live this Sunday. A couple more days, we back live, 2 p.m. Central, man, where you can call in, talk to some of the family members, holler at TTA on the live. I've seen a lot of people still saying they're missing the lives. Make sure you hit them notification bells or write it down. Put a sticky note up. I like to do that sometimes. Put a sticky note on your refrigerator, man. 2 p.m. Central, TTA will be live, man, so y'all can call in and we can get it in. And I think that'll be about it for now, man. So until the next time, man, y'all stay tuned.